project budgeting. So budget is nothing but the allocation of fund to control your cost on that particular project or a WBS. The budget which helps to control the cost and monitor your day-to-day commitments and actuals on that particular project. So in normal industry or a normal project system scenario, the project manager will allocate the plan, cost and allocate the budget on the WBS and respective projects, and the finance officer or the head of the finance department will release that particular budget. So your budget control is in the release part and not on the allocation of the budget. So how this budget process map in the SAP project system, that we will see. So to allocate the budget or the create the budget on WBS, the transaction code is a CJ30. So after insert the transaction code, you have to provide appropriate project definition. System will show you the plan total versions, the plan values, whatever the plan values you have done, that will be reflected across that particular WBS and the project. If you want to find out the plan version on the version 1 or version 2 or version 3, you can be find out from the choosing appropriate versions of the planning. So you can be transfer the budget values, planning values to budget value from version 0, 1, 2 or 3, or you can be put your budget values with taken the reference of the plan values. Select the WBS for which you need to be do the planning budgeting. After selecting, just click on the copy view if you want to copy the plan values to your budget values. So your plan values column is a 05, that is a plan total. So once you click on the copy view, system will open this box where you have to choose from where you want to copy that particular values. So you have to select the plan total, then you have to system allow you to copy whether you want to copy the 100% or more than 100% or less than 100%, whether you want to override the particular values or you want to add the values. So you have to select the appropriate radio button here and then finally enter. So system, I have copied the 100%. So system have copy the entire plan values of 100% as the budget values. So this is the budget allocation. Finally, to roll up the values, you have to just click on the annual values and total values and then do the total up. So system will roll up the budgeted values from the lower level to higher level. Then you have to check whether the check complete doesn't have any error, and then finally save. So as soon as you save, the document get posted in the FI. So this is the process where you can allocate the budget on the WBS level. Then if during the budget, if you want to add some text or some messages or some documents, the system will help you to assign the documents on the same. So you can be write down what kind of messages you want to pass or a text you want to convey to user. You can be maintain that text here, and finally you have to save the text. Then later on you can be reflect this text in the different reports. Once you create the budget, system will automatically showing one status, that is a BUDG on your WBS profile where you have done the budgeted. So this means that particular WBS having budgeted or allocation of budget done on that particular WBS level. Now to display that particular budget, you have a transaction code CJ31 where again you need to provide an appropriate project or a WBS, and you can find out the budgeted values. Now to release that particular budget, the transaction code CJ32 where you can release the budget across the WBS, you need to provide an appropriate project. Again you will find out what are the budgeted values which I have done on that particular WBS, that showing as a current budget, which is nothing but the allocation of budget through CJ30 code. Again, if you want to copy that current budget values as a release budget, you just go to the edit copy view. System will open one box where you can find out from the current budget you need to be copy the values. You need to copy the values 80%, 90%, 100% or more than 100%, whether you want to overwrite values or add values, that you need to take a call. Or if you doesn't want to copy any values, you just want to insert your values, then you can be able to insert your values manually also in a release column. So the system will copy the values of 80% as I copy in this particular section as a 80% from the current budget, so it will showing as a 80% values. Finally I have to do the total up, so values go to roll up from the lower level WBS to higher level WBS. Finally I have to do the system populate the message, the check complete, no errors, and then the document get posted in the system. So this is the way you can be release the budget in system. So control will be on your release part. So once you release the budget, the availability control get activated and it will check your fund allocation across the cost or commitments. Now to display the release budget, the transaction code is the CJ38. Again you need to provide an appropriate project or a WBS, and you can be able to see the display values across that particular project or a WBS. So here you can be find out one more status that is called as a AVAC, which is nothing called as the availability control. So this is the check where system will now check your commitment and the actual cost. So your commitment and actual cost not overrun on that particular budgeted values. CJ37, that is a supplementary budget. So to do the add-on budget, like if my project is going on or my WBS work is going on, and now that particular WBS or particular project have insufficient budget and I need to do some supplementary budget to capture some more cost or more commitment, I need to do an add-on budget on the same. So for the add-on budget or supplementary budgets, SAP will provide a transaction code called as a CJ37. So again you need to provide a project definition or a WBS element, then supplementary amount. So what kind of supplement or add-on budget you need to do, that you can be put in the manually across that particular WBS. So I have done some supplement on the WBS. Finally I have to do the check. Once there is a no check complete error, I have to save that document and the new document get posted in the system. Like add-on budget, there is a facility to return budget. Now at the end of that particular project or end of that particular WBS, if some balance budget is there, so I need to return that budget from the system, and for that return budget the transaction code is a CJ35. So again to return the budget, you need to provide the appropriate project definition or a WBS element. What kind of return amount or balance amount you need to provide it. Then you have to click on the document posted and you need to click on the check complete, no error. Then you can be save the transaction and the document get posted in the FI module. There is another scenario where it is called as a transfer budget, where you can transfer the budget from one WBS to another WBS or one project to another project. This is the scenario come across where if suppose any one WBS which have a insufficient budget and one WBS which have a balanced budget during ongoing project, and you want to utilize that balanced budget or you want to transfer that balanced budget to insufficient budget, you have to transfer the budget from one WBS to another WBS. So for that prerequisite you need to run the transaction code CJ34, which is a transfer budget from one WBS to another WBS or one project to another project. You have to provide a sender year, receiver year. If it is a year wise budget, you have to tick the overall values also. Then you have to provide it who is your sender WBS or a sender project, and who is your receiver WBS or a receiver project, and amount, currency of course your transaction currency or controlling area currency. And after maintaining all the appropriate WBS amount and the currency, you just click on the check button. So once you click on the check button, system will provide you the message if there is no any check, no errors. And once there is a no error, you have to save the document and the document number will get posted. Now if the budget is a year wise and your project year span is a 4 to 5 years or more than 1 year, you need to carry forward your commitments from current fiscal year to the next fiscal year. The commitment is nothing but your purchase requisition, purchase order, service requisition and service order. So that commitment you need to be carry forward to the next financial year To carry forward the commitment in the next financial year, the transaction code is CJCF. So once you enter the transaction code, system will ask you to maintain the project. Carry forward from which fiscal year? So you need to provide it a current fiscal year. Whether it is, so current fiscal year is a 2013, and this carry forwarding method is started in the month of March, because your financial year gets started from March to April or April to March. Okay, so you have to carry forward all the commitments. So there are some options, whether you want to test run, that means system will show you what kinds of carry forwarding values. Detail list, it will provide the which PR or POs get carry forward, and the reversal, if you do the carry forwarding and if you want to again reverse that, then it can be happen to the reversal. So to test run mode, you just observe what kind of values get carry forward, and if you want to actual to carry forward in the next financial year, you untick the test run and you just click on the detail list. System will carry forward at the values and showing which PR and POs get carry forward into the next financial year. Similarly, carry forward the commitment if there is any balance budget in the current financial year. If you want to carry forward to the next financial year, that facility provided with the transaction code CJCO, where you carry forward your budget from current financial year to the next financial year. Again, you need to provide the project, the sender fiscal year, that is nothing but the current fiscal year, and if you want to observe it only, then you just provided the tick the test run and the detail list. So system will provide the carry forward amount to which year and what is the previous carry forward amount. And if you want to actual carry forward the budget, you just untick the test run and click only the detail list. System will carry forward entire budget from the current financial year to the next financial year.